I swear to God, like 10 years ago, things weren't this insane, right? Like things were relatively normal.
I'm not horrible to anyone. I'm just taking advantage of them for being old and stupid.
They've got this nut job who's not nuts because he was trans. He's nuts because he spent thousands of dollars to look Korean.
Imagine having your first ever kiss on a mountain of spaghetti.
The face which he pulls before committed a crime.
Yeah, I love Bud Light up until the point where that happened.
It's just British slang. Like a big part of British slang is the fact that we can't speak the language very well. So we'll just cut out words, and that's what leads it to what it is.
I thought I'd mix up tonight and order a Korean in for us. Here's Ollie London.
We're gonna have the Met Police breaking down my door when this episode goes. You want to introduce the family?
Yeah, we've got Stinky Pete.
Yeah. What's the next one called?
Marvin.
If you haven't thought about this, have you?
Yeah, I have. That's Marvin.
Aidan found some lost artifacts on the bookcase behind us. We haven't. This is the first episode that will go out with the actual set, so people could be like, "Oh, they've actually got some production."
Yeah, we've moved again.
Yeah.
But this time, I think this is a permanent.
This is it.
This is our permanent residency.
How's your time been for the last few weeks?
It's been good. I'm feeling fit and healthy.
Yeah, so much shit has happened in the last week. I feel like the royal family stuff yesterday, and Americans have been at war with British people about Chinese food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then we have got some topical stuff that I want to speak about. I kind of want to go on a little ranty poos about Oli London because there's been tons of stuff about that. Have you seen all that stuff?
Oh yeah, him. Well, we'll get onto it, but he's been a bit unhinged.
Well, I know that you want to do a little update, don't you, on the Facebook stuff?
Donna Smith is well and truly back.
Yeah,
and she's been having a laugh.
You've been like for the last 3 weeks, once again, been absolutely horrible to a bunch of middle-aged people. If you don't know that, me and Aidan have a little shtick where we go into Facebook groups of our little profile. What's it called? Donna Smith.
Donna Smith. What I like to do is go into groups where you're going to find horrible old
I really
men.
want to know how you find these groups is the best part. Like, so Aidan will go into these groups and just say the word. I mean, most of you guys should know about this already, but we'll just go in. We don't say horrible stuff.
No.
We don't do that.
I'm not horrible to anyone. I'm just taking advantage of them for being old and stupid.
I feel like that's elder abuse.
Nah,
I feel like that's like some form of crime being committed there.
You know, when old people go on Facebook...
Sorry.
Stinky Pete.
Sorry, I needed to bring it in a bit closer, but that's better.
Right. Bit of a theme with these posts.
No, wait, these aren't even mine. I've just realised they're Kirsty's. Oh, Kirsty, she's going to see this. Oh, if you're listening on Spotify, Aidan just smashed up the Among Us stuff.
It's fine.
All right.
I've got egg on my face, mate.
You're a bellend.
Little egg.
How do you like it, mate? Sunny
side up, please.
There you go, mate. All right, show me these Facebook posts.
Oh, I think that gave me leukemia. Right,
no, it didn't.
Right. Do you want to scroll through on my phone?
Yeah, no, let me take a look at this.
So you can explain what you're looking at. And take it from there. What are we looking at here, Fraser?
So Aidan has got into the ultimate British television comedy group. How have you even found these groups?
I don't know. They come up in my suggested now because I'm in so many like.
You're just insane.
Yeah.
So you've gone into that group and you've said, "Caught the sun watching this. Should I be concerned?" And it's just Binky Barnes presenting the news. And then Brian has just come into the comments and said, "What is it?" And John said, "No idea, pal." So you got 10 comments there. Can I skip?
Scroll right.
You've then gone into the Blackpool community.
Oh wait. There's more comments to that post. Okay. I haven't screenshot it properly.
Come on then.
But yeah, I had a really funny interaction with someone on this.
Mm-hmm.
Normally in the comments you get a few people that like they don't understand it's a joke, so they get confused.
I've got a question. Can you see my feet in the camera right now?
No.
Oh, that's beautiful. My feet don't look too good right now.
But I honk.
No, they just don't look good. They're kind of looking not grimy because that makes me feel sounds like I'm stinky. I'm not stinky. I can confirm. But sometimes, do you ever have a mate when he ever used to come? You know, when you were like playing as kids and stuff, when you were like out with your mates or your friends come round, and you had that one friend that took his shoes off and it just absolutely stunk.
Yeah,
like cheese. And it was always that one friend. You never know why.
Well, we actually used to have house. Well, you used to have house parties at yours.
Yeah.
And once, I won't name him.
No, name him.
Oh, Joey Hunt.
Oh God, no, censor that. Yeah,
censor that. I remember when we went around your house and took his shoes off.
Oh yeah, fucking grim feet.
This guy wasn't even wearing socks.
Yeah, and that was your first introduction.
Yeah.
Anyone that doesn't wear socks is an odd fucker.
He said that, and there was like visible like green stink lines coming off his feet. That's how stinky they were.
They're just big cheesy pongers.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Binky Barnes presenting the news.
Yes.
This is a comment. This is an interaction I had with Marvin.
Martin says, Arthur the Aardvark. Wait, so they're actually confirming their species
They're
here.
helping me out here.
Donna has said, that is... that is a hippo. This goes back to one of our great debates where you thought he was
Is Binky Barnes a hippo?
A Rottweiler or something? Some shit like that. They've tweeted a screenshot at you of...
They've proven nothing.
Oh, no, mate, they've proven something. They've gone in there and they said that he's an anthropomorphic aardvark. Oh, no, Arthur is the... So, and that's Binky. That's not Arthur.
That's not Arthur.
Oh, fucking... Martin, you stupid
whatever you
dickhead.
say about Binky Barnes, right?
Yeah.
One thing he is not is an aardvark.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not. I don't even know what an aardvark is. Is that a real thing?
He's Arthur, mate.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Arthur's an aardvark.
Jimmy's
Is that a real thing? What an aardvark.
You've replied with hippopotamus.
Yeah.
And Jimmy says looks like Arthur, but Jimmy's got a bang on the money. Has you got any other posts to show me that you've been up to?
I have actually, yeah.
What have you got here? What the fuck? Is Arthur pregnant or is he just fat?
I've gone to the garbage can of the country.
You've gone to Blackpool
community chat.
Mate, anyone that lives in Blackpool, I'm fucking sorry, man. You've said, what is the best place to get sausage rolls in Blackpool? I've always gone to Binky's, but was wondering if there are any other good places to go to. you just posted photos of fat Arthur and his mates. Why?
Fat Binky Barnes is there, isn't he?
Why are they all so fat? What happened? They're just getting snacks out of the vending machine.
It's like a Nikocado avocado.
He's been losing weight. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have actually.
He's actually kind of mad. I'm working on like a 4-hour iceberg at the moment, and it's about him because a lot of stuff to talk about. And I feel, what the fuck have you just got up?
What?
Why are you showing me? I'm trying to have a conversation here, and you've just shown me Binky Barnes in a. What the fuck is wrong with you? You've gone into the British comedy group in brackets mucking fuppets not allowed.
Mucking fuppets
not allowed. What is the best time to go?
Wait, what is the best time to go to the toilet? 2:30.
It's fucking Binky in a nappy.
Yeah, running away, mate. Do you know when you have dreams where like you're naked?
Yeah,
that's what's going on with Binky Barnes there. He's woken up in a nightmare.
I feel like I'm breaking a crime by looking at this image.
Binky's woken up in the back rooms.
Why is he wearing a nappy? Or is that just boxers? This feels illegal to look at. I don't think I should be holding this.
Nikocado avocado, he has been losing weight, hasn't he?
I've always said if he lost... Well, this could sound bad. It's not even weight. It's not a weight. I mean, it is partially. But it's like, I've always said if he just like... stops being a fucking bellend. The people might actually like the bloke more.
Yeah, because I saw he like said he'd lost loads of weight on a video of him eating like 20,000 tacos.
Yeah, I've got a feeling, I've got like a theory that this whole Nikocado avocado losing weight thing is he actually recorded like a shitload of videos like 5 months ago where he's like, oh, I've lost a load of weight. And then he's like released those videos like 5 months later sort of thing.
Right.
Like so he's put on weight in that 5 months time, but he's still got those older videos and then he releases them 6 months later to kind of ruse us.
Do you think
Nikocado
has enough self-control to pull off something like that?
Nikocado avocado is like one of the more there's a lot of artists that come and go like throughout civilizations, and I feel like Nikocado is one of those people. He's like the modern day Da Vinci.
He's the belly that kids run to at the end of Jungle Run episodes.
What the fuck is that?
You never seen Jungle Run, the TV show?
No, what was that?
It's just like a kids like game show where they have to like compete to get trophies in the jungle.
No, we're not being
very interesting.
No, we're not being mean. Oh, I didn't realise it was your phone. We're not going to be mean about Nick. No, we're nice about him, and I am happy for the bloke because you know it is something which we've always said. If the bloke sorts himself out, I think people will be very interested in to see it. But I just can't believe it at this point. I just think it's a little bit of a ruse. You know, I feel like he's playing us. He's tricking us.
Because you just think he's set to let us down, isn't he?
I just can't take the man serious at this point because like 1 minute he's like he's disabled, and then the next minute he's losing That. Oh, what are you showing me now?
Donna Smith. She had a busy week.
You've got into Southwold. Southwold and Raiden spaces, places, and chat, and you've put KSI spotted in Southwold Tesco.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would KSI be in Southwold?
I don't know. Donna saw him.
CB Property Maintenance and Improvements has said probably shopping for Prime, and then Jules has said KSI question mark, and you've replied with the face which he pulls before committing a crime.
What the fuck was that?
What?
A guitar just went off.
No, mate, it's the metal pole underneath it. The table's got to be on something.
Mate, I genuinely thought that the sofa just played like a G string or something. Mate, scroll right on my phone.
Yeah, so if you listen to the Spotify, he's just replying of all in and Nicardo on the top of a mountain of spaghetti, just fucking making out. mate, Lee South. I don't like. No offense to the people of Southwold, but I can't imagine it's that the most gay welcoming of places.
Imagine having your first ever kiss on a mountain of spaghetti.
Mate, this is why I think Nicardo is like one of the more fucking like significant artists of our time, because no man is ever gonna have a smooch on top of that amount of spaghetti other than Nick.
People have arguments about what is modern art and what isn't.
It's Nick Ricardo fucking smooching all in on top of spaghetti.
That is undisputably art.
Would you smooch anyone on top of a big spaghetti pile?
Yeah, I have, mate. Your mum.
Leave her alone, you dirty cunt.
I think this is the last one.
Okay.
I think this is the last one.
All right. It's just caught. You've gone back into Brexit Britain. Mate, how are you still allowed in Brexit Britain group on Facebook? Donna Smith has said, just caught the hubby bashing one out. And then Ron has said, that says everything about you then. Second prize to a hand. Was he also watching Filth and Only F? Oh, he's basically just...
Do you know, that comment is so dirty. I bet that guy's physically like smashing one out.
Yeah, Ron.
Whilst replying to me.
Ron, that's just a horrible thing to say. Poor Donna's coming to this group. She's devastated. She's just walked she's walked into a room. Her husband's on top of a mountain of spaghetti, and he's bashing one out. And this is his reaction.
I think the actor's up though on Brexit Britain, because someone did later comment on that post.
Really?
And you can't see it there because it's a screenshot, but someone commented, that's a weird thing for a 12-year-old pretending to be an old lady on Facebook to say.
Mate, they've hopefully seen the podcast. Somebody has to, and I hope one day, if any of you are part of Brexit Britain on Facebook, please let us know down below or in our DMs.
If I ever get recognised in that town as Wendy Brown, if I ever go back to Lowestoft
and get if you ever see Aidan, please don't go call him Aidan. Just call him Wendy. Just like, are you Wendy from the podcast?
Yeah, are you Wendy Bonkers Brown? I will only respond to Wendy Bonkers Brown.
Is that everything for this week?
That's everything for Donna this week. So she's been watching too much Arthur.
She's one dirty slag, isn't she?
She is, yeah, mate. She's
been on any dates lately?
Yeah, she's been slashing one out with me.
Fucking hell. Should we move on?
I've been going hell to leather with her.
Do we?
Right. Anyway,
there's a lot of things that have happened this week outside of Donna's tragic life. There's the royal family. Their two cousins married each other. No, actually, surprisingly, not this time, did it?
It wasn't a wedding, mate.
No, they didn't. Yeah, it was a coronation, isn't it? And then Chinese food, and Oli London being a big bellend as always.
Yeah.
But maybe what do we talk about first?
Well, that's the contents of the pod.
Yeah,
we've had the introduction. Now on the contents page.
Yeah, but what do we talk about first? There's a lot of things. I feel like a big ADHD problem. It's like I'll have a bunch of things in my mind and I don't know which. Is that when I'm playing a video game?
Yeah. Do you know what I like when we normally plan to have little segues in the pod and you've just come out and gone, right, everyone, we're going to talk about all of this shit. What do we talk about first? I don't know. I've got ADHD.
Yeah, no, but it's true. It's like when I've got like the video, like I'll have Pokemon, and then I'll have the new Star Wars game, and then I'll be in another game, and it fucks on my mind. I won't know what one to play, and then I just won't play any game altogether, and I'll just kind of rot and that happens with everything.
Yeah.
It's sad, but
and you just rot in your chair like that chocolate lady from SpongeBob.
What fucking chocolate lady from SpongeBob?
In the wheelchair, that's what I want chocolate. Do you know what I'm on about?
Are you calling me a fat old lady from SpongeBob?
She's not a fat old lady. She's a shriveled up piece of shit.
Is that? Oh fuck, the one that's like a worm, right?
Yeah. That's you, mate. That's you not being able to play Pokemon.
You are mocking a man on the spectrum right now.
Yeah, well,
that's sick. That's best. Mind you're far more on the spectrum than me.
I'm not on the spectrum, mate.
You are definitely.
I'm not on the spectrum.
Don't lie to me, mate.
Let's start with the royal family.
I don't really know. Well, there's a few things to say. What do you think about it? Because like, there's always like debate about like celebrating it and stuff. And I honestly think, right, if you didn't know, some bloke got put as king this week and his side piece is now the queen. For one, it doesn't seem right that she's queen. Like I saw that photo of her and I was honestly thinking to myself, we've been a bit too hard on the queen, the previous queen, like Queen Liz.
But we haven't got a queen now, have
we? No, she's the queen now, mate. She's genuine. She's queen. Like there's no ways about it. We have a king and a queen now.
It's just a king, isn't it?
No, we've got a queen, mate. You go onto their website, the royal family's website. It is Queen Camilla.
So she's
Queen Camilla.
She's not a queen,
mate,
is she?
Mate, she is a queen, right? She's. I mean, you could say she's not, but she. I
don't think you could have a king and a queen at once.
Mate, what the fuck are you on about? Yes, you can. You ever watched Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh, that says all.
Yeah, but like Lizzie and Philip wasn't a king.
Is Camilla queen? Let's find out. Yeah, Camilla is Queen of the United Kingdom and the 14th ever Commonwealth realms as wife of King Charles III. She became queen. Okay, she's Queen Consort, which is still the Queen.
It's not the same.
It is.
It's not the same.
It just means that she's not like
the Queen.
Yeah,
that's what it means, mate.
The King has got the power, but then the Queen. She's still the Queen. She is a queen.
She's not the Queen.
She is the Queen.
But she's not the head of state, is she? King Charles is.
Yeah, but she's still the fucking queen. It's like a shit version. Like Queen Liz is forever.
Mate, Camilla is not going to shag you, so I don't know why you're keeping up with this.
Mate, she's a human being, and I'm not going to objectify her like that.
Mate, your fingers are nowhere near soft.
Mate, can we speak about Prince Charles's fucking massive sausage fingers?
Yeah,
they are the most colossal dogs I've ever seen. Like you need to put those things up in a bat, get a bit of brown sauce, and it's fucking sorted.
Do you reckon he ends up just sometimes when he's really hungry?
he just fucking shoves them in the mouth.
He just looks at his hands and starts like salivating.
He's like it's like 2 a.m. and he goes downstairs and opens up the fridge. The fact that there's a fridge in the Buckingham Palace kind of entertains me. But it's 3 a.m. He's going down to the fridge and there's like some tomato ketchup and he just fucking sprays it over his fingers. Starts licking it.
I can't wait till King Charles starts to get really senile and confused when he's older, and he's gonna go over to his fryer pan and Camilla's gonna go like, "All right, we're having bangers and mash for dinner, right? Just listen, let me finish."
I know where you're going with this.
Right. And King Charles sticks the frying pan on, puts some oil in.
Mate, this is really fucking messed up.
But he forgets to take the sausages out of the fridge. So he just slams his hand in the frying pan.
Oh, mate, that's so fucking messed up. That's like a horror movie. That's gonna fucking. But his fingers are like so like fucking inflated that by the time it's like the cooking's done, he just looks up and he's got normal fingers.
To be fair, right, his fingers are so big, you could just like chop one off, stick it on a kebab spinny thing that they have, and he could just slice off bits of his finger, and it would last him like a decade.
We're gonna have the Met Police breaking down my door when this episode goes
Why?
up. We've got to say this is satire. We're not. Wait, no.
Obviously, it's not going to actually happen.
We never know, mate. He might lose his mind. And honestly, if I'm just looking at those fingers and thinking, he's got to have thought about it.
You're looking at his fingers, thinking, I should call him.
I do genuinely get worried about saying things about the royal family and thinking the police are going to break down. Like, but do you reckon?
Are you scared that his hand's just going to explode one day?
There's just fucking juice in it. Like fucking kebab juice or something.
Loads of little spiders just crawl out.
What the fuck, spiders? You've
like the mummy.
Where were we? Queen Camilla?
Yeah, Queen Camilla, not Queen.
That's Queen Regent Camilla.
Queen Consort.
Oh, sorry. Now I am thinking of Game of Thrones. What's Queen Regent? Oh, that's when your son is king, but you are like waiting till they come of age, right?
I don't know, mate, but recording these podcasts make me realise how utterly stupid we both are.
I don't think it's stupid to not know this. We can just say that we want a republic. We just want a republic.
Every time we put out an episode, the comments are just them telling us how stupid we are at getting silly things wrong.
Look, we never claim to be an expert on royal affairs, all right?
No.
And firstly, he's got big fucking sausage fingers, and I would like to see him in a bap.
That's all I know.
Do you call it a bap or a roll?
Depends.
That's like one of those things when you know that question I just asked you right now is that when you open TikTok and there's like another new podcast and it's just the most like buzzword question possible to get clicks and attention.
Yeah,
and you're like another one of these
it's
fucking
like,
dickheads.
What do you call this? It's like, I don't know. Depends what region you're from, doesn't it?
Yeah,
that's the answer.
Fucking grow up.
I'm not going to have an argument with someone from Newcastle for this.
I mean,
I don't care enough.
I mean, statistically, like I think most people will call it roll, right?
Yeah, but do people actually care about
I call it mate. No, you're a paedophile if you care about this shit. Just get a fucking grip of yourself, all right? State of you.
I do actually have an answer to that question though, because even though I don't care for it, I want to give the viewers what they want.
So you just admitted to being a paedophile. Congratulations.
Well, shut up.
No.
So if a roll is small enough, it's a roll, and if it's like a massive roll, it's a bat.
What were we saying? Can we speak about the royal family? Do you care about it much? Do you think it's that big of a deal?
Well, here's the thing. I was saying to someone the other day actually, the royal family I used to despise to the point where I'd be quite vocal about it.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't. Sorry, carry on.
But now I'm so apathetic towards it all.
Mate, I think it's like an excuse to go out and have a drink, if you know what I mean. Like, I genuinely disagree with like the idea of there being like this family which like gets so much money every year. They live in this massive fucking palace, and I understand it brings in a lot for the economy. There's a lot of benefits and negatives, but personally, it's the whole like head of state part. Like, if they were just like a little fucking prop, which we just fucking put out there.
Well, they kind of are because
I know they are. They've
got the powers, but they'll never use them.
But I just think they shouldn't have those powers. You know what I mean? Like, even if they are just there for show and tell, pretty much.
Yeah.
I just think it's a bit outdated, and it's very it's like it's the last like link to this country of having some. Well, it's not the last one, but it's a big link to like fascism in a way.
Well, it's kind of like it's never going to change, so just sort of like get on with it.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't really. I know people get mad at people for celebrating it and shit, but if people want to have a good day, just have a few drinks. It's the weirdos. That's the one for me.
If you're getting like proper jubilant over the coronation, I think you're a massive weirdo.
It's the people that like get proper passionate and like, I love the Queen or the King so much. That's weird. But if you like genuinely just like, it's a nice day, you want to have a little excuse to have a celebration, you know what I mean? It's like any sort of celebratory day, like even like fucking July the 4th. Is it July 4th, that the American day, whatever it's called? July 7th?
Setting ourselves up here for ridicule.
What is the July day? It's Independence Day. July the 1st. Is it?
I think it's July the 4th.
One of the days. If you're American,
pull that shit up, Joey.
No, but it's like a day. Like if I had friends celebrating it, I would also like join in because it's like an excuse.
It's like St. Patrick's Day. No one cares about it. You just want to drink loads of Guinness.
Well, I think some people probably care about it. Joe Biden pretends to be Irish and stuff like that, doesn't he? He cares.
Does he?
Yeah, this is the thing he does as well. He'll like be on Twitter being like, "This is like a evidence that I'm Irish," and I'll link to his heritage where he's got like a fucking great granddad.
Joe Biden is probably senile enough that as he visited the king, he would end up just munching on his fingers, thinking that it was his like 6-inch Subway.
He thinks it's like a thermometer or something.
Shoves it up his bum.
No, he doesn't do that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I don't actually have a problem with it. Ultimately, I think it is fucking messed up that so much money is going towards this coronation and stuff. But if you're celebrating it and you're just having a good time, I don't care.
But the thing is, I agree with the people that are complaining about how in poor taste it is.
Yeah.
But also, on the flip side, I also understand they can't really not have it.
Yeah, but you got to think though.
They're not just going to cancel it, are they?
Can you imagine they did? Like one day they just fucking they uploaded like a picture to their Twitter account. It's like Charles is king now, and it's like some shit edit like that they've done on Paint or something. It's like Comic Sans text like, yeah, boys, he's king, and let's move on with our days. Yeah. But like, I mean, I think a big reason to why they have it is just so they can like make Britain seem kind of relevant in the world. We're not like that relevant anymore. Like America are the top dog. But
yeah, I mean,
even Joe Biden didn't go to it. I think he sent his fucking dog or something.
I think that's what he said. Man, that's dog.
No, he sent his dog to the coronation.
Oh, did he?
No, he didn't. His dog's not going to get on a plane, mate. He's got better things to be doing.
So what?
Eating schmackos. Yeah.
Mate, that's sick. Did you see the video of Ant from Ant and Dec at the coronation?
He looked fucking like zonked off his mind.
I think people are saying that he's on something. But
I don't think he's actually.
What I think's going on is different people are looking at him. And he's just clearly apathetic towards the whole situation.
I think, no. I think it's very easy to see a clip like that out of context and be like, they're fucking off it. I mean, maybe they are. I mean, it's not the first time he's been off his head. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's that big of a deal. The only thing that is a big of a deal is how much money they've spent whilst fucking people are starving and shit. But like, I'm not saying it's not a problem. But I'm saying that's happening now.
It's absolutely horrific, but it was never not going to happen.
And that's why I'm saying, like, if you're celebrating, my thing is here, I'm just saying, like, if you're getting mad at people for going out and having a drink for an excuse because there's the coronation, you shouldn't. Like, why? It's not that deep. Like, just let people enjoy themselves. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because I mean, they could be doing a lot more harmful things, couldn't they?
Yeah, they could be like fucking shitting on a doorstep or something. Like, that wouldn't be a good thing.
I mean, if they were celebrating something,
doorstep?
Have I ever pooed on a doorstep?
Sorry.
No.
It's a silly fucking question, isn't it?
Have you?
No, I don't know anyone that ever has. So I said it like it was a general thing that people do.
Yeah.
People do it in America, though, apparently.
Yeah, they poo in a bag and set it on fire, don't they?
Fucking weird country, man. Weirdos, mate. Like, just an odd place. I don't know. When I went to America, the whole time I was there, I felt like I was in like a sitcom.
Once, actually, one of my neighbours really annoyed me when I was a kid.
You can see I pooed on a doorstep.
So me and my mates got like sticks and we we like stabbed my dog poo
sorry Matt, I thought you were going to say you stabbed
and we lobbed it in their front garden.
You fucking awful person. How old is this? Wait, what did they do to justify
6,
this?
7 don't know, called me fat or gay or something.
He called you a little fat gay, like a little fat gay freak or something.
Yeah.
I lobbed how old were you?
Like 7 or 8.
Mate, what the fuck?
I think at 8 just fine, isn't it?
No, lobbing poo at anybody at any age is a bit fucking... When you get past 3 years... Well, lobbing poo...
Karma, mate. And do you know what they say? Karma's a bitch.
I like the idea you just like doing like the little karma celebration after doing it.
I did it and I went...
But, do we got anything to add to this?
Yeah, the royal family are boring.
Yeah.
King Charles has got delicious fingers.
Yeah.
And
do you see Harry left?
Is not queen.
Harry, she is technically queen. Do you see Harry like left after like the whole celebration happened and he literally left and got on a plane? Like,
yeah, because it was his kid's birthday.
Oh, okay.
And like there was a Daily
why not
Mail
just bring your kid to? No, mate. Even if it wasn't his kid's birthday, I think it's funny as fuck. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but like, why not just bring the kid to the UK?
I don't know, but
does the kid have an American accent?
I don't know. I don't even know how old the kid is.
I live in California, so I imagine it does, right? And the mum's American, so
the mom.
Yeah. Did I say that in an American way then?
You and the mom.
Oh, I didn't need to do that.
Even like Charles looked bored doing the coronation.
Mate, he's fucking like he's probably half dead. Like with what was his name? The bloke that died last year, was it Philip?
Oh yeah, Philip.
Yeah, they're all ancient. That guy's been waiting like 70 years to be king.
They're all ancient and incest. They're already like 30 years past their life expectancy.
Yeah.
But they've been drinking enough to stay
Don't
alive.
say that. We're gonna get into some wild that you can't. No, that's like an actual theory which leads into like a lot of horrible things, which would get us very much banned. So we'll censor that.
Can I say?
You can say that they've been drinking Prime Energy from KSI.
Mate, Charles has been living off of green Prime.
He's just been like off his head on Prime Energy. I drank Prime Energy for the first time. I bought some. It was on that thing I bought from Zap. The phone mobile market thing. They had it on there for £10 a bottle, and I bought it. Worst thing I've ever spent.
£10 a bottle.
I bought 2. And I bought it, and mate, it shits. It tastes fine, but you're killing our Among Us things.
I would just like to say that you have just made a point that the royal family should not be spending loads of money on this ceremony, and you have spent £10.
£20. I bought 2.
You've spent £20 on 2 bottles of glorified Gatorade.
Look, I drank it, right, and it tastes okay, but it does. It, as you just said, it is glorified Gatorade. But also, I thought if there's one thing that it's going to do, it's going to make my workout good. I thought I usually have like a Lucozade with me, and that's good. But like, I thought a Prime Energy, it's cost me £10. Like, it's meant to be a hydration thing. I drink it, and mate, I have a terrible workout. I'm like, My piss is yellow as well, and that's not just because I've got something wrong with me. I'm dehydrated. No. You get dehydrated as you work out because you have like water coming out of you. But when I'm drinking, when I have like Lucozade, I'm hydrated throughout the whole thing. Yeah. Whereas with the Prime, I was dehydrated immediately. And then I messaged my group chat about it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, they've got like different forms of electrolytes in there which actually don't hydrate you as much." So I'm like, "So why is it called Prime Hydrate if I'm getting dehydrated so easily?"
It is just a really cheap energy drink. Yeah, and they've just slapped KSI and Logan Paul on it.
Yeah, like
I doubt they even had anything to do with the production of it.
No, I don't think they did. I think they're just literally the marketing people of it. It's like, I mean, I can completely get it, mate. They've made like 100 mil off it. No,
and what I did quite fine. Did you see on WWE KSI dressed up as a bottle of Prime?
I did,
and then I think Logan Paul accidentally like bodied him through a table. Or
yeah,
something.
Logan Paul. There's this like theory that Logan Paul doesn't even like Prime, and I honestly, after drinking it, I can probably understand why. Like, that guy's like a fitness dude. Like a six-pack and everything. That man does not want that shit in his system.
Yeah, but there isn't. Yeah, but it's the same with like. I bet the CEO of Coca-Cola doesn't like Coca-Cola.
Surely you can't dislike Coke, can you?
Yeah, you can. I don't really like Coca-Cola that much.
Do you like Pepsi?
My favourite fizzy cola drink is Pepsi Max. What are you about to do?
Pepsi Max.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. No, to be fair, no, I get it. Like, if he doesn't like it, that's fair enough. He's still making fucking 100 mil off it or whatever it is. But what were we talking about? Should we move into speaking about Ollie London? Because he's been going. You must have seen some of the stuff at Ollie London right in the last week or so.
Yeah. So the first thing I saw from Ollie London is when he retweeted some like very weird straight porn and said that it was like some age.
Oh yeah. If you didn't know, Oli London was like so he was a bloke. Obviously, everyone knows him. He's the guy that spent like hundreds of thousands of dollars to look like a different race, to become Korean and stuff. He went to the point of going to Korea to basically technically isn't like he technically did. He went over there for like a holiday, but like he was basically looking for Jimin. So in my mind, that's kind of stalking. You know what I mean? And then he married a cardboard cutout of Jimin, and then he went for a phase of being trans for like 4 months, of where rather than just like being a regular trans person, he outright stole the identity of another human being. He pretended that he was like some woman from Blackpink. I can't remember her name, but really fucking insane. And now this guy is now like the leader of an anti-trans movement which is like, well, not what I don't think he's smart enough to lead anything, but
is he doing this for clout, or does he actually believe in
I think it's like a mix. I think he definitely is doing it for clout, but I also think he probably does hold a lot of these beliefs, because even when he was in his trans era, so it sounds weird to say, he was like supporting people like J.K. Rowling and stuff like that. But he was also like tweeting. And I'm working on a video right now. I found a lot of tweets he made in my last video about it, which was 5 months ago, which is when it just all started, when he started getting into this new political thing. He had a lot of tweets from like 2 years ago, a year ago even, being like, I love the LGBTQ plus community so much, trans rights are human rights and stuff like that. And when I was researching for my new video, which I'm working on, I discovered that he's outright deleted all of those tweets.
Has he?
Yeah, like every 2 weeks, he'll delete randomly like 1,000 tweets, because he's obviously going through his account, deleting all of his old tweets. And usually when you're deleting old tweets, it's like you're deleting something which could be a bit dodgy, you know. But with him, he's deleting like tweets in support of the LGBT community.
I think he's just a person where the internet has just completely ruined him.
He's genuinely fucking pathetic. Like, it's embarrassing.
But I feel like if the internet didn't exist, he probably would have gone on to have a semi-normal life.
Yeah, the one thing I've always wanted to know, is his last name actually London? Like, is that? Do you reckon that's a thing?
Yeah, London's definitely a last name.
Yeah, because a lot of people are named after places, aren't they? Like family-wise and stuff. But yeah, it's weird to see what's happened with him though. Just because I've followed this guy for like 4 years now. I've made videos speaking about his, and to see this like guy go from this like K-pop weirdo to whatever this is. But the thing is, he's doing like the same thing that he was doing 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, he was basically stalking Jimin from BTS. But now he's stalking trans celebrities. So do you know Dylan Mulvaney?
Oh yeah, that's the girl from Bud Light.
Yeah. He's been stalking her for like 6 months now, of where he's been just saying the worst possible things. But it's like, this person hasn't done anything wrong. Like, it's not like they have some form of controversy or something. Dylan Mulvaney got like sponsored by Bud Light, and then
they're on like loads of stuff as well though, aren't they?
What do you mean?
Like they're sponsored by...
Oh yeah, they're getting a lot of sponsors in, but like people are like, I don't understand the need to get fucking mad at that. Like if anybody is getting like, for example, my video that I'm making about Ollie right now, that is going to have a sponsor on it, but Ollie's not going to care about that. But if I was a trans person, he'd get really upset and mad about it.
Yeah, I think the thing is with these companies like sponsoring trans people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people are saying, "Oh, what's the point? You're putting in our face." And even if that is the case,
Who fucking cares?
it's a good thing because it's showing how vile and awful everyone is at the moment.
Yeah,
'Cause,
but
like,
mate,
transphobia has been so like
we've been speaking about it in episodes of like every single time we come back to record, it's gotten worse every single week. Like people like saying that trans people are literally being hunted now, and they are, like, even if it's just on social media.
yeah,
mate,
there's a complete witch hunt, and like I think I say this pretty much every other episode, but like transphobia is so rife at the moment. It's actually horrible how like accepting it is.
It's genuinely getting to like a terrifying point of like it like people are like, so Ollie, for example, coming into this new career path, he is doing this now because he clearly saw that there was now this niche to be transphobic. He realized that he can make a lot of money, even garner an audience. Because the thing is with Ollie, that guy's been clowned on throughout his entire career. He's been known by everybody, but he's never been like appreciated or liked or even respected. I've got people, I see people like in his replies now being like, "I'm so glad that you found God and you're on your journey away from like your like your trans like life or something."
You can take one look at him and not know anything about him and go, "That guy is not intellectual."
Mate, the guy spent $100,000 to look Korean. He claimed to be transracial, and now he's got the audacity to like come onto like.
That's your transphobic ally, mate.
But yeah, but this is the thing. I think it's insane that these like right wingers have genuinely no shame that they are willing to adopt this guy. Like, I think Candace Owens is the only right winger I've seen call this out, of where they're being like, "Guys, we can't fucking be a part of it. We can't let this guy be on our side because it's fucking insane."
It's
like
the classic like, "Oh, I don't like the guy, but he makes some good points."
yeah, mate.
It's
it's like what was it, like a broken clock's right twice a day sort of thing. Like it's like, but even then, he's not even right. He's just catering to what they're saying. Like
exactly.
He knows he's got the story. If he was trans and he detransitioned, and now he's got the story, but he wasn't even trans for like a year.
No.
It's like, and they were speaking about the surgery and stuff. Like the majority of the surgery this man has got is to look fucking transracial, as he calls it. Obviously, transracial isn't a thing, but like that's what he calls it. He went on Channel 4 to debate this. This guy is just willing to do absolutely anything to get in the social media spot.
I am absolutely amazed that surgeons agreed to do that for him.
The actual clips of it is insane. Like there's this, so he's like in Korea, I think, where he's getting this surgery done, and he thanks the surgeon, and he's like, "You put the," he's like, "I even look Korean now. When you put the Korean injection in me, and I feel Korean." And the guy's like, "Don't say that!" Like, he actually like full on like, "Don't do that." And it's like fucking wild. I think that they thought that they were just like removing. I think they did something to his eyelids or something,
right.
And I think they thought they were doing it for like, I don't know, comfort, or maybe he was conscious about it. They weren't aware, I don't think, that this guy was actually just trying to be another race, which is like insane. Again, that these people are like adopting it. Like Piers Morgan's interviewing this guy, Tucker Carlson. There's a reason that man is no longer on Fox News. Even they were like,
yeah, it just shows it's so easy to become
a grifter.
Big just by being horrible.
Yeah, just by
like,
being massive,
like a hateful person.
It's weird though, and it's honestly a bit of a shame because like I've spoken to Oli London in the past. Mate, I've got DMs with the guy on Instagram and stuff. Have I showed you some of them before?
You have, yeah.
Yeah. And like it's just a shame to see that he's gone from that to whatever this is. Like he was never good. Don't get me wrong, but like I say at the beginning of my latest video,
it
like,
was a lot more harmless.
I think he had redeemable qualities about him. Like you could see that the guy was a troll. But even then, maybe he's. It's hard to say that somebody's a troll when they've spent so much money on surgery. But like, I guess that was the thing that was making him a troll. Like that was what he was known for. You know what I mean?
That's the ultimate troll. To be fair, hats off to him if one day he goes, "Oh, by the way, that entire thing was a lie," and he just takes a mask off.
What, and he's just and the whole thing was just
a normal dude.
Can you imagine
the
that?
Biggest ruse of all time.
He's just wearing like a skin suit or something. He's like the fucking Slovene from Doctor. Yeah. I don't know. The whole thing's mental. I just can't get my head around the fact that these massive right wingers that I've read about and known for years are now adopting this guy like he's this fucking beacon of hope. It's insane. It's actually wild. I just can't get my head around how anybody can take this stuff seriously. The guy has gained over 100,000 followers in a month.
It's so
Bro, I've not gained that in like a year.
So the right wing is like, well, not all right wingers, obviously. I don't want to.
I think there's like you can have like there's probably going to be. I've probably got fans who are like on the conservative side. I mean, I'd be surprised, but I probably do have some that are on some level of like the conservative spectrum that aren't fucking alt-right. Insane.
Yeah, which it's fine. You're entitled to have your own views or whatever. Opinions, of course you are. But maybe like towards the more far right, they're so shameless that they will pick up
Anyone
who agrees with their, like, says anything that I agree with, despite any of their past.
But this is why they win. Like, I mean, I know in America Biden won the last election, but this is generally why they win elections. They've got no shame. Whereas like, I feel like left wingers, as much as like I think there's more better intentions, we're like, when, say for example, somebody wants to like, somebody does something wrong, yeah, and it's not like a criminal thing. They just do something. They have a bad take, a bad opinion. I think a lot of people like will take that opinion and then they'll like use that opinion against them for the rest of their life.
And they'll hold on to it. And they'll like,
they're
more likely to hold like political grudges. Which, you know, it's a bad thing, but it's also, you know, a good thing at the same time.
I just think like where I think with right wingers, it's like it's not a good quality to have because like you're just letting bad people get away with things.
I think there's a happy medium.
Yeah, but I think the right are so shameless that they are willing to take in anyone. For example, Oli London, if they can like, because they're desperate to get this anti-trans movement out there. So what they've got is this nut job who's not nuts because he was trans. He's nuts because he spent thousands of dollars to look Korean. That's why everyone thinks he's nuts. And like left wingers have like he's releasing a book now about like how like he was wrapped up into woke ideology or whatever he calls it, and it's like, mate, nobody on the left was celebrating you like a year ago. Everybody has always said that you are an absolute nut job.
I just like to think that like teachers are scared of kids being radicalized into all like getting surgery to look Korean.
Yeah, mate. Can you imagine one day like your kid comes home and he's like, Dad, I've been watching Oli London videos. I want to do it. I want to come Korean. Yeah, it's fucking insane, and I keep saying it, but I am so confused to where we are at in this world. How is this man now that one of the main leaders of this new movement?
I'm convinced we're living in like another dimension.
Ever since 2020, shit has gone weird.
Since Trump became president, because he was just a reality TV star.
Yeah.
Now with like he's president, all of like the main political discourse, we're getting away from like proper intellectual like discussions.
Even with like, mate, like I swear to God, like 10 years ago, things weren't this insane, right? Like things were relatively normal, and like a lot of people say we're in like late stage capitalism, and I'm always like, I think it's far fetched to say capitalism is going to crumble anytime soon. But like, given how everything is, mate, I'm honestly like, I'm not like thinking we're that far away from it now.
The Earth has been so crazy in the past years.
You got to think for the last 100 years in comparison to think about everything that has happened in the last 100 years in comparison to the last 1,900 years, mate. It's actually kind of insane, and I think Ollie London becoming the leader of some political movement is fucking the most insane thing since.
It's to the point where like any news wouldn't surprise me. So the point where like if it just went, oh yeah, breaking news, Triceratops has been spotted in the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah.
Or like, some crap like that. I'll just go, yeah, that probably happened.
It's just insane how so much, even like Elon buying Twitter, like it's I mean that's a whole fucking can of worms in itself, which we've spoken about a million times at this point. But it's just more insane things. And honestly, I think his next route, I genuinely believe when the next mayor of London elections happen, that man's going to run. I promise you, Ollie London's next big attention-seeking thing is he will run for the mayor of London, or he'll run for like an MP or something like that.
And
something
you know what?
stupid.
He's going to get annoying amount of votes.
Yeah, he'll get like 20,000 votes. And the reason I'm making my new video about it is just like I can say the amount of times I want, like his views are bad, this and that. His fans aren't going to care if I think his views are bad. But I think what you can do is be like, look at the guy's past. Because I think, honest to God, the reason he's been deleting so much of these tweets and stuff and the videos and all that sort of stuff is because he doesn't want people to know. He's realised that he's now in the most successful niche that he's ever been in. Yeah. And he's probably making a lot of money. Bloke's got a book coming out. People are going to buy that book and fucking read that and share that to people. I mean, literature is truly fucking in the mud.
I don't think he actually holds any of them views he comes out with.
Do you think it's all a grift then?
I think it's all a ruse.
Yeah, I want to say it is, but that doesn't make it... That honestly, I feel like that makes it even worse, because then it's like, with somebody who's radicalized, you can almost have, like, if a younger person gets radicalized, that you can have levels of empathy, can't you? Because you can be like, well, the system should have done something to protect you from falling down that hole.
And also, like, they've got principles to
yeah. They've actually got something. Even if you disagree with them,
you know that the views you're coming out with are wrong and hateful,
but you're doing it
just to make money.
You're profiteering off that.
I don't know if he's actually got strong opinions. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Because again, I've like done all the I've gone through like the advanced Twitter searches and stuff like that to work out when all this started, and it was like October the 8th, I believe. He had like there was like before October the 8th, he had like 0 tweets about Dylan Mulvaney, and then after that, since then, he's now got over like 100 tweets about it. Bud Light, for example, this is the big thing. So many of these right wingers are pissing themselves about. It's funny that they like to call everybody like snowflakes and stuff, but they're like genuinely in tears every time like a company works with an LGBTQ plus person, specifically a trans person. Before like October the 8th, Oli London had never tweeted about Bud Light, but miraculously he now fucking loves Bud. Well, he doesn't love Bud Light, but he cares about it enough to speak about it every minute. I guarantee you, if we went and looked at his Twitter account right now, he's tweeted about Bud Light in the last 2 days, 100%.
Bud Light's absolute piss.
This is what I say as well. Mate, nobody cared about Bud Light until like 4 months ago when a trans person got a random 15-second brand deal.
It's like, oh yeah, I love Bud Light up until the point where that happened.
Mate, nobody fucking cares about Bud Light. It tastes like piss. It's a shit drink. The people just need to move on with their day. And what I want to now move on to as well is there's this now thing of like, I saw the vegan teacher was doing it. People are now trying to do this LGB thing of where they're trying to move the T.
They're trying to remove it from the flag.
But it's like because conservatives are being like, oh, we like you guys, but we don't like those guys. But it's like these fucking idiots that are doing this LGBT, like if a gay or bi person is being like, oh, I'm a part of this community, I just don't agree with that part of that community, mate. Those conservatives in 10 years, if they get what they want, they get like they outlaw trans stuff, right? If they get that 10 years or even less, they're going to be going for gay people next. Like that's what they do. Like they'll go for
once you start segregating members of one community, it's
a snowball. It's a snowball effect.
It's also just stupid because of how much the people in the queer community and transgender community have helped progress.
One of the main like leaders at Stonewall was literally a trans woman.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, some of like the biggest influencers and advocates and people that have influenced and made the world a better place are parts of them community that you're now trying to.
These communities wouldn't exist without trans people. You know what I mean?
They're a huge part of it.
Yeah, like I don't know. I think Ollie's gay. I'm not sure, but like either way, if you're like supporting that and you're like if you're supporting LGB and you're lesbian, gay or bi, you're just a moron, man. Like because like that community, as you just said, it's like it's never not been the like I swear it's always been the LGBT community. Like, things have been added on here and there and stuff like that, but that's fine. Like, it doesn't affect anybody in a negative way. And it's like, I always, you always see the shit like, oh, I just don't want my kids indoctrinated in it. They love to bring up kids and stuff. They're like, we're just protecting the kids. But like, look at the people they're attacking and harassing. Dylan Mulvaney is a grown adult. Dylan is like 26, I believe. You clearly don't care about kids. Your issue is just trans people. And they never bring up really, I mean, maybe every now and again, there'll be like a 1 in a million specific case, but it's like, I can bring up sports culture, for example. Yeah. You go to a sports match, there's going to be punch-ups at every single match. But I don't go and be like, oh, that's a negative impact on children.
Yeah, it's the same thing we've said before. They always bring up extreme examples to make it seem like that's the norm.
And that's what they do. And this is like what's happened with every form of discrimination in the past, outside of like, not just with like things of like out of identity and sexuality, but even when it comes to things like race and stuff like that, it's always they'll use a specific person and they'll use that as like a martyr.
Yeah, to like this applies to everyone in that.
Yeah, and they'll be like, yeah, and that's how they'll get people on board and stuff like that. And then there'll be another random case out of like 1 million people, and they'll use that again. And because there's like 3 cases out of millions, they'll be like, oh my god, we need to stop this.
Yeah, people start like fucking having a meltdown.
Yeah, and this is exactly what it is. It's like I think J.K. Rowling. I may be wrong here. I won't just say J.K. Rowling. I'll just be like. In general, there's a lot of people out there that they'll be like a trans person did something illegal in a bathroom, and they'll use that to base their whole like beliefs on that. But it's like, yeah, and cisgender people have also committed crimes in bathrooms before, but you don't then go around being like, oh yeah, all cis people are terrible human beings and start this massive campaign and get fucking Ollie London on board.
Like, here's one example of this. we need to take drastic, authoritarian.
But that's just how right wingers have just like gone about their business for decades. Well, since the beginning of time now. I mean, to like get people scared of something, you will just use one like horrific example of something and then use that for everything. And that's exactly what's going on with Oli London. Oli London is, and it makes me laugh because Oli doesn't realize this, but people are being like, yeah, you were a fucking weirdo once, weren't you? Now you're going to be part of our little movement because we can point at you and say you were once a weirdo, now you're not. And it's just absolutely embarrassing.
Yeah, you all look like dickheads. And if you agree with our points raised today, please tweet Ollie is a Wally.
Don't actually. Yeah, no, don't do that because honestly, I think YouTube may constitute that as some form of harassment.
Ollie is a Wally.
Probably, I don't know.
That is tame.
Yeah, mate.
We have fallen.
Okay. You can tweet at us. Just tweet at us. Don't tweet at Ollie. Just tweet us. If anyone does it, what will we get? Little shout out.
You will get an iNabber U2s.
No, you fucking don't. Do you know my U2s are still selling? Do you know the best part is about my U2s? Is I never realised that because when you like earn money from selling U2s, they put it into like a little balance. I've never withdrew the money. Yeah. It's been sat in there for like 2.5 years. So I just sold a bunch of U2s, never got the money. Not because of them, because of myself. And I didn't realise it until the other week. And I withdrew it now, just going towards my taxes. But
nice.
Yeah, nice. Do we have anything else to say about Ollie?
No, but speaking of Asians such as Ollie London,
fuck it out.
Speaking of the Asian community, another little debate that's been going on.
The Asian community. That's a wide variety of countries there. Which Asian country are we speaking about?
Chinese people. Not even Chinese people.
British Chinese people and American Chinese people.
We're talking about Chinese food. Well, British takeaway.
There's been
Chinese
some debate.
Food.
There's Britain and America have been at war over the defense of Chinese food recently.
People are shitting their pants over egg fried rice,
mate.
Figuratively and literally.
But not even just egg fried rice. So let me give you a little explanation. Basically, on TikTok, there's a lot of people who have been like, I've just got a Chinese and this is what I've ordered. And then Americans have picked up on it and they've seen British Chinese food. It's like chips, curry sauce on chicken balls and stuff like that. And Americans have been like, this isn't Chinese food. This is just British food.
Yeah, it's the most brain dead argument I've ever seen. And the thing is, I am now about to contribute towards it.
Yeah, you are fucking brain dead, aren't you? Sorry.
But do you not see the like people tweeting about it and think, God, this is the stupidest thing I've ever read.
The food is made by China. Well, in most Chinese shops, you will have Chinese people working there. Therefore, they are making Chinese food, but they're putting a little twist on it because they are in Britain, so they're going to insert forms of their forms of British culture into Chinese related culture.
So a lot of the time, it's not authentic.
It's British Chinese food. That's what it is. It's just it's like a hybrid.
I'll tell you what it is, mate. It's sick.
It's nice. it's really and Americans have been losing their mind because they've seen chips and stuff like that or fries and I don't care about the whole debate of what is it, a fry or a chip. I also call them fries, but I also call them chips. A chip is like a thick potato thing.
Yeah, and a fry's a thin chip.
And we can go about our day, but they call it, I guess, chips potato wedges.
But it's like they're the sort of arguments that I've got no time for. Yeah,
whatsoever. Mate, if you're debating about that, just get a job, something. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, it was interesting to see how upset people were getting over it.
Yeah, people were getting really mad. Some people were getting nasty, man. Yeah. But even British people don't help themselves. So you get an American be like, like your food looks really bad. And then a British person would be like, yeah, well, at least, my kids can go to school without getting fucking shot in the head.
Yeah,
and I'm like, mate, you just got...
Well, I used in my school.
Yeah. Like, mate, you got to calm down. Like, you can't bring 9/11 into every single argument or something like that.
Yeah, I saw a few tweets. I was interested to get your take on this. People were saying this entire argument is so disrespectful to Chinese people. What is your thoughts on that?
I think it is a little bit, in a way.
Did you just fucking ejaculate over my question, mate?
Just the tone of your voice, mate, got me going.
Blowing your beans over this.
my Chinese fried beans.
You sounded like a tortoise when you stroked his neck.
I've never even had a tortoise made a noise before. Didn't even know they didn't even know that was fucking possible. No, I think it is a tiny bit, but not in a point of where, because I've seen people like equating it to racism, but I've never actually seen any Chinese people calling it racism. But so
because I personally see tweets like that, and I say, Get a grip, because like, how have you got so upset over such a stupid little argument?
Well, I think it's like Chinese people are making the food. It is Chinese food. Again, as I said, it's just a hybrid with British or American food, and that's great. And I think it's like, I kind of feel bad that like there's probably some poor Chinese like 60-year-old there who's just making like these Chinese. I need chicken balls. I'm just gonna call them Chinese chicken balls. Just chicken balls in like their kitchen or whatever, and they've opened up TikTok, and there's just some Americans screaming down the mic, being like, "This isn't Chinese food.
What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, it's like,
it's rice, mate.
Yeah, it's like if a British person makes egg and bacon, it's a full English, but if an American makes it, maybe it's not a full English. Maybe
because I also saw a few tweets where people like, you can still order food like that in America.
Okay, maybe you can.
I don't know. Let us know if you can.
I think you probably can, but even then, I've seen issues of people being like, "Why?" Somebody was like saying that it's racially insensitive to say I got a Chinese, because it's like, mate, we say that about everything. Now, I personally usually say Chinese food but we always say, "Oh, do you want to get an Italian? Do you want to like get a Mexican?"
That is just normal.
I'm not ordering like a Mexican child to my house, or an Indian, or even an Italian child. I am just ordering.
You're not going, "Oh, I'm going to order a Chinese."
It's just British.
Here he is.
It's just British slang. Like a big part of British slang is the fact that we can't speak the language very well. So we'll just cut out words, and that's what leads it to what it is.
I thought I'd mix up tonight and order a Korean in for us. Here's Ollie London.
You know when you order like a Deliveroo and they have that big bag. Ollie London's like boxed up inside it, and he fucking crawls out.
Just pops out and he's fucking
starts doing like a K-pop dance. Yeah. No, I think it's like one of those things again where people are getting way too angry. I can understand that there is a difference between American Chinese food and a difference between British Chinese food, but also a difference with just actual Chinese food. Like, mate, 9 times out of 10, when you're looking at a British Chinese menu, if you go to Beijing, you're going to see very different food. You know what I mean? In the Chinese place that I order from, you can order Japanese food from it. There's some level of like historic horrible
you also get
contributions
a lot of places
there.
in England where you go to a fish and chip place, but it's also a Chinese place.
Yeah, it's just this country's mate. We just like fried food and potatoes.
It's just it's the wonders of multiculturalism at its absolute finest.
But it is. I'm sure if you went to like a Nigerian restaurant, there's I don't know. I've never been to a Nigerian restaurant, but I'm thinking if you go to another culture outside of British food, I'm sure that there will be some level of twinges when it comes to British food mixed in with that.
Do you know what's mental? How long have like years and years and years of having like British Chinese food in this country?
I never knew that it was an issue,
and it has taken until the year 2023 for US Twitter and TikTok to find out about this and absolutely lose their minds.
I saw somebody being like, they were like, British people, where's the rice in your Chinese food? Mate, I only get rice from Chinese food. Like, the chow mein kind of like makes me a bit full. I fucking love getting fried rice, man. Mate, nearly every dish from a Chinese place is either noodles or rice, isn't it?
Yeah, you have the base of noodles or rice, and then you get whatever else.
Yeah, like the only things that I think outside of it that are usually more British related is the chips, is a lot of chicken. But even then, maybe you do get chicken balls in Chinese culture. I don't really know. I've never been to China, and I think half these Americans themselves have never been to a Chinese city and ordered like traditional Chinese food. And if you have, good luck to you.
It's just mental. Like, this is with these Chinese restaurants have existed for so long.
Mate. Wait until.
Why is this an argument in 2023?
Wait until Americans discover the south of Spain, and they discover that half of Spain is literally just Britain. Like, you've never been abroad, but when you go to southern Spain, mate, you are not going to hear a Spanish accent. You're just going to hear British people everywhere you go. I love and hate going to parts of southern Spain. Going to somewhere, going to like places. I think is it Mallorca? I would hate to go there, but I've been to southern Spain in little towns and stuff, and it is, no matter where you go, even if it's not like a popular tourist destination, it's just British people everywhere. And then there are British restaurants in Spain. It's fucked up.
These
but like,
MFs go to like Benidorm or whatever.
Bro, I was in a place called I think it's Mojica. If anyone here has been to Mojica, let me know down. It's in the Almeria province of southern Spain. I believe it's one of the only deserts in Europe. I have a big story how we got there, which we haven't got enough time to speak about today. If people want us to, maybe we can next episode. But when I was there was like Irish pubs and stuff, and like actual British dedicated pubs in the middle of this random southern Spain town in the desert. Like it's just cultures mix their foods and cafeterias, whatever you want to call it up, and that's just how it is. That's how it be. I'm sure, maybe not actually. I was gonna say you could go to China and find some British things. Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, imagine showing an American person a Greg's.
Yeah, they'd lose their mind. Do you know one thing that did shock me, and I actually discovered this in a Shane Dawson video, is that they have Audi in America. What a messed up world. We're living in a multiverse,
they
man.
have Audi in Germany, unsurprisingly.
Well, this is a German company, isn't it?
Yeah, you can buy tobacco in Audi in Germany.
Can you not buy tobacco in Audi in Britain?
No.
That's messed up.
Where'd you get your belief from, mate?
I don't smoke, mate, and I haven't smoked since like probably since I last went on a night out with you, actually. The only times I ever smoke is literally... Actually, no, I think the last time I smoked would have been in Nottingham, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cheeky cig with the boys.
Yeah, I think I was in... I swear to God, I was in Rock City, and I swear somebody gave me a cigarette. Someone somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was when I was with you in Lowestoft.
Did you accept the poison dart?
I did. The only time I will smoke is on a night out, and even then, that's rare. When I was younger, when I was like 18, 19, I'd smoke on any night out. I fucking love smoking in this. Going into the smoking area at a uni club is one of the many glories of life. It truly is a beautiful feeling.
The thing is, the clubs are so shit that the best bit is standing in the cold and smoking.
Mate, going into a smoking area in this country is genuinely some of the best things you can do.
So you have some elite
West Ham are fucking winning.
in there.
West Ham are winning.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Who scored?
Do you want to guess? Go down to the... Let's see. Ben Rama.
Oh.
No assist. Dude.
Ben 10.
Yeah, sharp, mate. Yeah, no. But we were speaking about cultures and stuff. Even with like that, like
we were talking about chuffing darts.
yeah, but that's also British culture, isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah, but
take one look at Nigel Farage and his manky yellow teeth.
Mate, Nigel Farage. We shouldn't bring Nigel Farage into a conversation about international affairs. That's a dark path to go down. But yeah, I just really don't. I think it's like I hate this phrase, but it's just a fucking nothing burger, isn't it? Like, there's really like there's all it can be like simplified down to is just cultures into what's the word? Integrating into something, into other cultures.
Can we just grow up a bit on Twitter, please?
What's your go-to Chinese food order?
I don't eat meat, but I do eat fish and seafood. So
you do eat meat.
I have fish and seafood.
Sorry, that was a dickhead thing to say. I have to apologise to you.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Didn't you pretend to be vegan for a while?
I didn't pretend to be vegan. I was vegan for like a year, and it made me very ill.
Yeah. So I'd normally get like a prawn chow mein.
Oh, I fucking love prawn chow mein.
Egg fried rice.
Mate, we
balls.
get the exact same order. That's literally what I get. Although sometimes I'll get duck. Can you eat duck? Or does that not count?
No, I did query this because duck used to be my favourite meat.
Oh, duck is an elite meat.
For some reason,
it's not pescatarian because they don't
because
they can't breathe. Fish. Yeah, they can't breathe underwater, can they?
A duck is not a fish.
And we'll conclude this segment by can you let us know down below is a duck a fish?
Is a duck a fish?
No, mate, people like we've come into this video criticizing Americans for their views. I'm not even criticizing all Americans, British people too. Just criticizing people on their views on culture. We don't even know if a duck is a fish. Obviously we know, but it doesn't count as pescatarian. I don't think it does. What is the definition of pescatarian? Is it just fish?
Yeah, I think it just means you can eat fish. Well, that's how I've
you got a fishy bum hole there.
Yeah, I've got a very fishy bum hole.
Do you eat fish fillets then?
Oh, yeah, I do. I love a fish fillet.
God, you are wrong, and that's messed up.
I normally get the McPlant though.
Oh, that's not bad. That's I can appreciate that.
And the veggie wrap's quite nice.
Yeah, I do love a veggie wrap.
What was I gonna say?
Anything else to wrap up?
Nothing interesting.
Yeah.
Much like the past hour.
So all we'll say is if you're ordering American Chinese food, let us know what you get in it. Because honestly, I've seen some of the things that they've posted and it looks quite nice. Why can't they look at ours and say, yeah, that looks quite nice? Because it does look quite nice. Because it is nice.
Do you want me to finish on a joke?
God, tell me your stupid jokes.
What is the difference between jam and marmalade?
Go on.
You can't marmalade a squirrel up my bum.
Every time you tell a joke, I don't get the joke every single time. Can you explain this to me?
What is the difference between jam and marmalade?
Yeah.
You can't marmalade a squirrel up my bum.
Fuck off. I actually get that's quite a funny joke.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. Thanks for watching, everybody. You had a good time today?
Yeah, I've been good. If you go follow me on Twitter, you'll see a picture of me with a squirrel
Right up your asshole.
right up my sphincter.
And Nigel Farage be pushing it up. Thanks for watching. Please follow us on Spotify. We're trying to watch less videos in this podcast, so it's actually a podcast. And it. Oh, Jesus Christ! If anybody wants one of Kirsty's Among Us toys, please comment below, and we'll send it out to you. If you subscribe. Thanks for watching. Anything to say before we go?
Yeah, give me a sec.
So here we go. Just hope you've enjoyed this. Moss Aidan gets this up. This is the end. And I don't know if there'll be another episode after this, but I hope you've enjoyed. He's really struggling right now.
Just keep talking.
Yeah. I've had a pretty average week. It's been okay. I went to the gym a few times this week. 4 times, I think. Should have been 5 or 6, but can't do the best. And probably go more next week. Have you fucking got it up yet? Jesus. See you later. That's the end. Turn it off. Bye.